Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, TGIF and happy Friday, everybody. Here we go now, coasting right on into the weekend. And we've really enjoyed some pretty decent North Texas weather, some January type weather as we've gone through this work week. No real weather complications, but as we've been talking about all work week long, as we head into the weekend, things get, well, quite a bit more interesting with an Arctic cold front that's going to be arriving. So we're talking about some cold temperatures on the way, potentially some dangerously cold wind chills. What about any opportunity of wintry precipitation? We'll be talking about that over the next few minutes as well. But this would be your Friday. And do enjoy it, right? One last day. If you need to do anything, especially even outdoors, get anything prepped for the cold weather. 60s today. It will be breezier. It's going to be a southerly breeze today. And again, it's not impossible with increasing cloud cover out there today that we maybe have a sprinkle or a very light shower around the area. I don't see really any accumulating rainfall. It's about a 10 to 20% opportunity. So you were in the 40s out the door this morning. Again, because of the cloud cover that's essentially rolling in, and because of the breezy southerly winds, help to kind of hold our overnight lows up. 42 officially at the big airport, but again, you can see almost essentially all of North Texas in the 40s, maybe the one exception up along the Red River Valley, and then also our far southwestern counties, like down around the Hamilton area. So radar, again, already this morning, again, if you look carefully, you can see a couple green blips showing up there. So again, not impossible, like I mentioned, underneath some of this cloud cover that we have a sprinkle or two. The air mass is very dry, so even though you may see on radar a few areas of green, chances are the activity is not even necessarily making it to the ground. Like I mentioned, it's only a 10 to 20% opportunity. The reason for this, it's actually a storm system that is still currently out across parts of the desert southwest. This is a storm trough here, and again, you can see coming up and around it, this is what we call the subtropical jet. This is a fetch of Pacific tropical moisture, so a little added lift with that moisture at the mid-levels giving us the cloud cover, and again a couple of those raindrops trying to fall from the mid-levels down to the surface, but in between there's a pretty decent little dry layer, and again that's why most of it is evaporating before it even reaches the ground. Now the other piece of this, as we go through again the day today into the weekend, it's going to be the temperatures. As you look around the nation right now, again for January, it doesn't even necessarily look overly cold, especially up in the northern tier. You're looking up there and saying, well, where in the world is this Arctic air that everyone is talking about? Well, you have to look just a little bit further off to the north, up across parts of Canada. And here we go. You can see the purple now beginning to show up. That's Siberian air. That's just come across the North Pole. And this is now rolling, just like kind of molasses, right? It just kind of oozes its way down, but it is now rolling southbound through Canada. And again, this is going to be funneling down into the continental United States. That's a big deal. When you see purple, it's Siberian air. And again, truly, that is going to be the source region of this air mass. You can see as we go over the next several days, it's a decent push. It'll be kind of a layered, right, what we call Arctic air intrusion or Siberian air intrusion, where basically over the next several days, it consecutively gets colder and colder, kind of culminating around the Tuesday time frame of next week. But then, as we go through the rest of next week, towards the end of next work week, we will have milder temperatures eventually building back in. Again, we'll talk about that as well. Otherwise, again, a couple sprinkles, an isolated shower today, 10-20% opportunity. Again, most of us stay dry, kind of a cloudy day, but again, mild and again, breezy as we go through the day. Now, I want to skip ahead in time, and I want to talk about this upcoming Monday into Tuesday. Repeating, Monday into Tuesday, not to confuse anyone here, but there may be an opportunity of a few snowflakes south of Interstate 20 in our southern counties. And then take a look at this, Central Texas down into the coastal plains south of North Texas. There may be a better opportunity Monday into Tuesday of some wintry weather down in that direction. So 60s, look at even a few 70s out in our western counties today. There's that opportunity of a stray sprinkle as we go through the day. Nothing really major with that. This would be your Friday evening. Do enjoy this right here. Temperatures through the 50s, breezy, but again, no real weather complications this evening. And then we're basically back down into the 30s tonight. And then we'll have dropping temperatures, a lot of us in the 40s, but again, temperatures dropping as we go through tomorrow, Saturday, with that Arctic front arriving. And then there it is. You can see the bottom drops out. Highs in the 30s, overnight lows in the teens and 20s in early next week.